right, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Sharp Edge News TV. You're watching Sharp Edge News TV. Welcome back. Do us a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, and follow. We appreciate you for being here again for another show. We have a new show lined up for you today. So, yes, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications as we get started. Without any further ado, please help me welcome the editor-in-chief and publisher of SharpEdgeNews.com, High Chief Oladimeji Abitogun. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Ola. So good to be back. And with profound and sincere appreciation, we say thank you to our audience all over the world. And what a moment to live in the world. What a moment we're here. Whether in the United States of America, here, or also in Nigeria, things are happening. Events of historical dimensions, historic proportions. So, welcome aboard.
Great. Thank you so much. All right, without any further ado, we're just gonna go ahead and dive right into SharpEdgeNews.com special reports. You have anything for us today?
Oh, certainly. I had the fortune of joining a few associates and friends, colleagues at work for the celebration of life of a very dear friend, somebody who shared so much smiles, happy moments with many of us that came in contact with her in the last 1.5 years. I'm talking of Miss of blessed memory now, Miss Clarice Ann Johnson, who lived from June 6, 1956 till June 22nd, 2024, and had her struggles, health issues, which ultimately paved way for a triumphant exit into the great beyond. And I was traveling on the East Coast, and I didn't even realize that such a dear friend had passed on. If you are somebody who lived in a greater Kansas City area, particularly around the Walmart superstore in Gardner, Kansas, you will notice Miss Ann Johnson. For some time, she had dealt with kind of osteoporosis, and through it all, you would not suspect that something was dogging her bones, something cancerous, and she had the broadest smiles. What a way to look at something that was so definitive, something so terminal, and then still kept a straight face. A good lesson in how to contain the stings of possible death. As people of faith, particularly Christians, we are told how death itself shall die, and how grave itself will be swallowed up. And in her courage, in her demeanor, all the time that I had contact with her, whether she was greeting me, or she was drawing my attention, she would call me by my baptismal name, Ruben, all the time. And boy, she could ride on that mobile wheel stuff, with which she ran the store and attended to individuals who had come for auto maintenance. And I did not notice she had passed until I stood by her desk a few days after she'd been gone to be with the Lord, and I was told she was no more. I broke down and wept like a baby. If you know me in person, I can be emotional and I can bond with people one on one. That was the situation in which I find myself. And um, when I was told that she would be celebrated, her life at times will be celebrated uh, last Saturday, 20th July, I decided to ride with my good friend, Mr. J. Vincent. And we all were there, Miss Kenya. So many great folks that I've known um, in the last uh, few months and over some period. We were there and we were able to relate with everybody in the family, including direct siblings of Miss Ann Johnson. And one thing that struck my mind was the way people spoke about her, not just the impressions I had about her. And I felt like, oh, what a great way to live. What a more dignifying way to transit. And so I know that my team uh, everywhere join me in celebrating the life, the good time. Particularly, shout out to Jason, the eldest son of Miss Ann Johnson. And Jason is a very good friend, very buxom, and warm all the time. And is a younger sibling. Our hearts are with all of you at this time, and all the friends and everybody that knew Miss Clarence and Johnson. That is one report. The other one is the issue of trafficking in falsehood, disinformation, and misinformation. Deliberately, I avoid the use of the word fake news because of its origin. Remember the 45th president of the United States, who, despite all kinds of indictments, convictions, and ineptitude, is running to become the 47th president of the United States. Mr. Donald Trump was the one who, in an attempt to ever cover his shenanigans and misconduct, whether in or out of office as president, before he got there, whatever journalists were able to uncover about him, he would paint that as a form of fake news. So because of him, I love to avoid that phrase. But again, an individual that has always been very close to me and whose media reportage I enjoy and savor, Mr. Seun Okinbaloye. Mr. Seun Okinbaloye of Channels Television in Nigeria, we all woke up recently and found out I'd become a victim of misinformation and disinformation. Some people, maybe out of mischief or not understanding or having no explanation for the fact that Seun Okinbaloye was not readily available in town. But a lot of us saw his picture with a good colleague and friend, Omoyele Sowore, in Newark, New Jersey, up till about a week ago. And thank God he has returned to Nigeria. But the news around town was that he had been sacked as the anchor of or the political editor of Channels Television Group in Nigeria. Nothing of such happened. And from what Mr. Seun Okinbaloye told the world today, no such decision is ever taken with on seriousness at Channels Television. There was no cause for him to be sacked. So if somebody decided to go on holidays, go on vacation, it should that become, a very personal decision. Why should that become the subject of speculation and outright mischief. So our sympathies with Mr. Akin Baloye. The fact that we all commit to evolving a better world. Our role as journalists is constitutionally protected, whether in the United States or in Nigeria. So nobody should have this kind of wish that somebody should, fall out of favor and be dismissed from the job with ignominy. You know, the minders of the media, they don't pander to the whims and caprices or undue pressure and demands of political office holders. Speaking truth to power does not mean that somebody will simply walk up to Dr. John Momo. Of course, you know Dr. John Momo as an icon of broadcast industry, journalism profession in Nigeria. Right from his days with the Nigerian Television Authority, you know, he has class. And I do not think that for any reason he will be so dissatisfied, or the board at that corporation will be so dissatisfied to say that, oh, the good works of Seun Akinbaloye should be stopped. That is that. So, Seun Akinbaloye, welcome back to the beat. And we hope to see more of you, not just with educative and informative reports. And the anchor, we know that, yeah, you're doing a heck of, a good job every day, that you hold people accountable through your program, Politics Today. Finally, we go back to the grassroots, because you never can tell what people want to do given little opportunity or chance. Talking about misinformation, disinformation, and outright falsehood. I've warned so many people about the antics of Olori Olufunmilayo Oluyede in Ayede Ogbese Kingdom. She had the audacity, she got so audacious and authored a letter to the government of Ondo State and the local government of Akure North, claiming that she'd been given permission by the Oluyede royal family to accord her husband burial. Good for her, but nothing of such ever transpired or happened. And she claimed that she'd been also given authority to install her daughter as the regent to the vacant stool of the Alaide of Aide Ogbese. Another foul and foulish antic. Nothing of such happened. It is not the royal family that installs regents or substantive kings on the throne. That is the work of the kingmakers in concert with the government at any given time. And government officials only act as observers. If she does not get it, the role of the kingmakers is so explicit. One, to compile, vet, consider, and recommend whoever will become the future king. That said, my strong appeal is for the government to reject the outright lies of this Olori. You know, people she insulted in the past, people in the husband's household. Nowhere, anywhere, whether in the United Kingdom, Ayede Ogbese, or your Kutuwenji, wherever, Igbo land, outside, anywhere, it is not the place of a queen consort and Olori, the king's wife, to say that she would singularly, unilaterally draw up funeral arrangement and then move on to install successors to the throne. That can only be the game plan of a Jezebel. And throne capture is not even an option. We will resist every attempt to take our throne by people who do not have authority to do such. That said, I hope you will treat this as our rare special report for this new week. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Help us, please. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Let's get into some trendy stories this week. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and follow. Thank you in advance. We'll be right back. All right, let's listen to this video and then we'll talk about it.
I buy all Nigeria textile mill. What happened to all the mills? They could just come outside when they don't bow and finish. You know how much federal government put for that refinery? They give 2 billion. I did a live. The day they announced that they give Dangote 2 billion for 20% of that refinery. Government gave Dangote $2 billion for just 20% of that refinery. That refinery is 680,000 barrel per day capacity and fertilizer. That same day, Sinclair Oil for America. I believe that's the name of the company. I think Sinclair or something.
Shawnee, hold on. No. I'm going to play some more, okay?
Another complaint that I had, which I think the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker also raised with me, say, okay, why did we drop the price of diesel when we started? We drop it from, is it the bad quality we are producing or what? I said that no. Even at the 650 ppm and 700 ppm that we are producing was a better quality than what was, imported. And I'm sure, Your Excellency, sir, most of you have problems with their vehicles. Either you have had or you are still having.
All right, hold on 1 second. NNPC wants a sweetheart of the refiner before the current dispute soured relations. There's a headline here that says Aliko Dangote reportedly offers to sell its refinery to NNPC.
Well, whatever.
Listen to this one too.
We add value. We are not an assembly plant. When I say assembly, we are not packaging plant. If you look at all our operations as Dangote, we actually add value. We take local raw materials and turn them into products and we sell. So which means it's a circular economy which we are practicing. Everything,
So here's a direct quote. Monopoly allegations. In the refinery, we did not, and I repeat, we did not collect one single incentive from the federal government of Nigeria or even Lagos State. Yes, Lagos State gave us good deal, but we paid $100 million for the land. So my question for you, I'm going to let you go now. Is Dangote a monopolist?
Yes and no.
Talk to me, sir. I'm listening.
Yes and no. Remember the long-drawn squabble between Mr. Aliko Dangote and his good friend, Mr. Femi Otedola, in the past. It was about resisting the attempt at monopolizing oil interest. Petrol interest in Nigeria. And then you look at the competitive edge and free pass that Dangote had enjoyed in the past concerning cement price fixing, commodity and other class of commodities. In fact, I know of a very close family source that would rather operate under the radar than come out in the open because of the Darwinian instinct of people like Aliko Dangote. But that said, and thank God for the fact that people like you and I rub minds all the time. What do we say of somebody like Aliko Dangote? I think in pure everyday expression, you look at him as a necessary evil.
I look at him as a capitalist.
yes, that is I mean, you know the way they operate.
They do what they have to
No
do, right?
matter no matter how bitter a tree is, it has to be accommodated by the forest. Bí Gibaroro, láti ba igbó gbé. I'm giving special I mean, let me accept. It wasn't called acknowledge the copyright of King Sunny Ade concerning that. You know, the Jujumnastro. So some of us, because of the way we try to um, keep into populist ideology, I'm not. You can't call me a socialist. Rather, I believe in welfarist democracy.
Warfareist.
Yes,
Okay.
certain things would have to be uh, tempered by caution and element of protection by the state. But too much control is bad. You want democracy, you don't want free market economy. I do not know how that your democracy will really fly. What I'm saying, in essence, is that yes, Aliko Dangote has this huge appetite and taste for acquisitions and coming into a certain space within the economy and swallowing up everything. I mean, you find that kind of model with Walmart in America, where, for example, you know that Walmart has very rare presence in a place like New York, because businesses fear that once Walmart comes, less influential, uh, what do you call them, um, retailing outfits will hardly survive. That said, there is a kind of politics going on that I find so toxic. The way everybody, what we were told in the past was that, oh, Nigerian government, gave or bought, acquired shares totaling about 20% in Dangote, and that they put money down. Now, from what Dangote himself is saying, we find out that that may not be completely true. So these are people like Emil Foley or Emil Foley. Did they help themselves with the resources of Nigeria using Aliko Dangote as their fall guy? And what kind of gain was on the table amongst Nigerian power players that would not make Aliko Dangote speak up, as at the time they brought Buhari, dressed him in all kinds of garb, and they said they were commissioning and doing stuff with Dangote refinery. Remember the way Emefiele was using that fact to drive the agenda of political succession. When they brought Buhari, and he was claiming that, oh, despite all odds, this is how much they have given Aliko Dangote, this is how much he has paid back. Dangote is saying they don't even have a stake there now. The guy who's montage you ran at the introduction to this segment was talking of 20%. That was what we were all led to believe, that, I mean, it was the share stake of the Nigerian state through NNPC. Aliko Dangote is pushing back that that is not true now. And then look at the guy who came, one Ahmed somebody, that came last week to drop the bombshell that Dangote's refined products in quality or sulfuric, high with a high concentration of sulfur and all that. Who will do that other than an economic saboteur? In the past, Aliko Dangote tried to raise this kind of alarm, but just because some of us believe that there was a pattern to his business model, it was so difficult for us to rally support for him. You know, the way it is often said,
right.
It's almost like, oh, he's been boxed to a corner. And what could he do in the circumstance? And there are minders in his corporation. People like Uncle Anthony Chejine. I'm sorry, I'm calling him out. The corporate, the group corporate affairs boss there. He likes to deal with just a part of big media grounds. Will not talk to the the little media outfits that could help positions to develop talking points on what is actually transpiring there. And Dangote Group is so stingy about engaging the media unless there are such a big names from known, what do you call it, corporate media organizations. They won't deal with you. And now they have to deal with this kind of elements in government who exist for nothing other than to undermine the influence of Nigerian business owners. Who does this kind of thing? Somebody has put in over $25 billion. Probably the single individually owned refinery in the world. And look at the stuff they have come out to say about him. And Dangote was almost crying, bitter, that some of his friends are now mocking him. So you want to put your... Remember the other day when we said, oh, they're advertising for Nigerians in the diaspora to come and take job there. And I said, good luck to them. This is exactly what often plays out, what often ends all this. In Ethiopia and elsewhere, everybody wants Dangote piece of action. But look at what Nigeria is doing to Dangote. And that's also, like I told you the other day.
So Nigeria is happening to Dangote, as they like to say it.
Yes, like people like Ogbara, the so-called National Assembly woman, the House of Reps made Nigeria to happen to me. The way Akeredolu and his sports brat of a son, Babajide, made it to happen to me in Akure. That is Nigeria. When it happens to common folks like you and I, nobody would ever hear about it. Now it's Dangote's turn. And the people who are in NNPCL or the downstream sector, all those people trying to destroy Dangote, they should be careful. When they begin to do all this, and I see the mentality in Nigerians when they come to the US, the way they talk bad about Walmart Group here. That is the way they started with homemade things in Nigeria. You know, the Nigerian will say, oh, Walmart, they don't sell good products. That is a lie. If they don't sell good products, America has zero space for fake products. Walmart should not be standing today if that is what they represent. But they are the biggest retailing outfit in the world. Check it out. And that is why Nigeria must develop its brand. You see the taste of Nigerian lawmakers, you see the taste of Nigerian leaders, people who will not buy innocent cars. Why would they want to buy Dangote petrol? It's a mindset. It's a stronghold. And they ought to be very careful how they destroy that country. That said, I do not believe the crap coming from deep Nigerian oil administrative structure. Now they know they will soon be out of business. The panic is on. If Dangote is allowed to operate unfettered, the game is over concerning importation of all kinds of toxic and non-toxic petroleum products into Nigeria. So what are they going to do? They will go to town and be marketing. What a shame. I pity Dangote.
So is Dangote a monopolist? Or no?
It's not. All the time. But in some aspects, yes, he monopolizes. But it's
off. Okay, it makes sense, man. Okay.
Yes, of course. I told you. Even you yourself, when I say, oh, this is ungodly and all that, you told me this is capitalism. You tell me it's capitalism. For those of us who have always mind our Christianity.
Some with, conscience. Some of us don't have conscience.
Yes. For people like us, see how poor we are. So So you must, yeah, you want to be a tough player. You must be. I mean, you will end up being rich. See, I've seen Dangote at close quarters, sometimes in New York. Very simple man. Courtesy of my friend Emeka Asiwe of Uwu Online.
I mean,
Unassuming.
he keeps two homes. He keeps two homes. He doesn't even have according to reports, I think over the weekend I saw it somewhere. He doesn't even have a house in Abuja. He has to rent a space anytime he's in Abuja, which is often in Abuja.
What,
so
if
it goes to
find
tell
yourself with
you
that kind of, if you find yourself with that kind of money, what would you do? Personally,
exactly.
Sometimes I still go to my father's house in Aredo. I sleep. People say, why would you sleep? Yes, people say, why would you sleep in what's it called, a mud house? I said, where else would I sleep? That was where I grew up. And
Well,
sometimes
it's also sorry to cut you. It's also the man who said the first time they told him that he had some millions of dollars, that he went to the bank just to see it. He withdrew $1 million into the back of his car, took it home, and then returned it back just to prove.
Yes, just to prove that it's nothing. And I have seen people who try to make this world to look as though it's such a big load and they cannot do without things. If you understand that the whole arrangement, the entire reality of it is a huge joke on us by nature.
It's so joke,
It's
vanity upon vanity.
That is it.
Yeah.
And I see people say, "Oh, why do you still go to your room?" And they look, see the way the mentality with which they destroy Nigeria at times. A musician got supposedly singing a gospel song. Oh, Imagine Father Sabulewa Loroko. What is wrong about going back to your Abule to Roko?
That should be the dream.
Yes, you go back there. You put good money. You let your money work for you.
You have peace of mind, and you just do what you want to do for the rest of your life.
You are safe amongst your people. But look at that.
There's money, there's clothing, there's housing.
Yes. That musician was singing about that moment, not thinking of the future. The way they destroy Nigeria. What is wrong with you going? If Lagos is not working for you, why would you not go back to your hometown to go and Roko and become a multi-billionaire? You don't even have a big bills to pay in your community. But look at Dangote doing all that. They still want to destroy him.
Yeah.
I don't know the kind of people we are.
All right.
But we can be better. I believe it's not in our DNA. There's something that tells me that we are a great breed, a great people. And that is the kind of courtesy we must extend to Dangote and every single person who is trying to invest to turn the fortune of Nigeria around. When politicians steal our money, we feel good. Somebody works for his money, allows it to work for the good of all of us. We want to destroy that kind of enterprise. I do not understand it. We need a change of attitude. We need a change of heart.
Thank you. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, follow everywhere. Help us share. Thank you. We appreciate you. If you like that segment, you're going to really love this next one. We'll be right back. All right, let's listen to this video and then we can talk about it.
Gentlemen of the press, today is a happy day for Nigeria. You recall that last week we had a meeting here, and the organized private sector and the subnationals have also held their various meetings with Mr. President following the submission of the tripartite agreement to Mr. President. Nebo came last week. They had meeting with Mr. President. They adjourned, asked for adjournment for a week to go and consult further. They did those consultations. They have come back today, and we are grateful with Mr. President. We are happy to announce today that both the federal government and the organized labor have agreed on an increase on the 62,000 naira minimum wage. The new national minimum wage that we expect Mr. President to submit to the National Assembly for legislation is 7,000 naira. Nigeria.
All right, 70,000 naira. Also, protest is looming. Young people are talking about protest. And I want to. Can you please try to bring us up to speed? What's going on? Is this enough? And
I can hardly agree with anybody that would say that 70,000 naira is enough. I know
let me before you know. I'm so sorry. There's
Yeah.
a report coming out of this was actually published on abcnews.com. Coming out of Abuja. Report says public sector workers in Nigeria on the minimum wage will see their salaries double. You see the way they say double after the government reached an agreement on Thursday with labor union that have been threatening.
That's the Bretton Woods influence spin.
Let me just try to finish this small excerpt so that we can add some context to this, right? For those that may not be familiar with Nigeria all the way. So with labor unions that have been threatening further strikes as the cost of living spirals, the new minimum monthly wage is set at 70,000 naira, $44, 6 times lower than what the unions were demanding, 6 times lower. They accepted the offer with mixed feelings considering the country's economy woes. Nigerian Labour Congress President Joe Ajero said Thursday after meeting with President Bola Tinubu in Abuja, the nation's capital. Go ahead. Sorry to cut into your speech.
Oh yes, the way they are pulling it, like it's double from 30,000 minimum wage to to 70,000.
But 6 times lower than what they were asking for.
I suspect where that is coming from. You know, you want to put that positive spin and then begin to deconstruct the entire thing. How much is like ASU would say in those days, whenever they were agitating for improved pay, they say, "What my boss pays is a joke." So $44 for a whole month for an adult. Everybody that's put
in a country where everything is virtually imported.
Yes. You see, let's say Abdullah would take a position that there is enough for every Nigerian citizen, but not enough for the greed of the politician. But in this case, the politicians who have negotiated this so-called tripartite agreement have decided to keep the most for their greed, while they make the vast majority of Nigerian workers, artisans, individuals to struggle for pittance. Crumbs. I mean, let's say Zamfara would not be able to meet this need, they say Ekiti, and they mention pockets of other states where they even struggled, including Anambra for that matter. Anambra should be boasting of an economy that is almost at par with that of Lagos.
Why is that?
A locality, because you look at the Onitsha market influence, look at Nnewi, look at elsewhere. The entire Anambra state landscape.
The movement of money.
Hub. Yes,
it's a business hub.
It's a business hub. But they make it look as if, everything, I mean, it's almost coming from people that have been pushed to the sideways of life. No. So go and check the balance in the account of the governor of Zamfara, that of Ekiti, elsewhere. These are people who have benefited from the allocations that should be used to serve the interests of the vast majority of Nigerians. So they have huge loot tax elsewhere, and then now they are saying, if we pay this, there won't be any money to do anything. Instead of confessing that, we won't have anything to keep for our greed. It's the way of the Nigerian political elite. And Tinubu, who has come out with his joker, his magic numbers again, not minding how he personally contributed to the destruction of that economy with his unguarded push on the equivalent of the nuclear button, when he announced at his inauguration that fuel subsidy is gone. Remember, that was the moment at which Nigeria's economy unraveled. Now he's pushing this Greek gift at them, and everybody is idolizing him as if he has done something great for Nigerian workers and the generality of Nigerians. Of course,
What was the general consensus with the 70? Was it mixed feelings, or people are just done? This conversation has gone on for so long.
Of course,
Tired.
you know Nigerian labor leaders. Right from the time when people like me and others were reporting the activities of labor in the days of Adams Oshomole, they would create this what's it called? This drama that it's either you grant our wish or the old place with them go bonkers. At the end of the day, they have a way of selling out. It's about the meeting of ideas amongst Nigerian elites, whether labor leaders in government, they will say that drama that they are fighting on behalf of the common people. At the end of the day, I mean, you need to see the kind of things that move around amongst Nigerian labor leaders. That you want to tell me they are poor. The only people that you will find sincerity among.
So you're saying these people fighting for the common people,
they are not common themselves.
They're not common, and
the only people that
this is just eye service at best.
Yes, all are the only people you find that can be so united in their purpose and push in Nigeria's labor vanguard or movement will be the university academic group and other university labor unions. Forget about. I don't want to say this. Is it not gay?
Can I say it? Is it eye service at best? These people.
If I is moral hypocrisy, they wine and dine with all these political leaders. At the end of the day, they come to the common folks and stand as if they are folk heroes. Folk heroes, my folks. Yes. So it's all a joke. So you give an adult a package, 70,000 naira. How much is a bag of rice in Nigeria? 85,000. In the last 1 week or two, don't you know how much you have sent to different people in Nigeria?
Give me your thoughts about the protest.
Even as a blind man who is struggling, I know I've given well over £1 million naira to support families, friends, and what have you. Is it by way of medical bill, surgery, whatever, in the last 1 month alone? And to think that we warned them about the effect of putting all kinds of questionable characters, that this thing will tell on the macro system. They will never listen. And then when the system pushes back at them, they run to the rest of us. And when you even want to demand for your suffrage right to contribute to things going on in Nigeria, they tell you don't really belong. They make you feel like, you have crossed the Rubicon, you have moved into beyond the point of no return, you have been sold into eternal slavery overseas. Forget about things going on in motherland Africa. Who thinks like that? They don't even think that people like us in the diaspora should leverage on the system, should also have some measure of influence. Look at the development of Israel and the influence of diaspora Jews. That is that is one way in which you will understand how to go for society transformation. But it's not like that in our country. And then they do all these things, and then they come around and say 70,000 naira is enough. 70,000 naira can now buy you a bag of rice. And they are saying you should eat balanced diet. I hope Berry Berry, Kwachoko, and what other health issues will not be pervasive everywhere in Nigeria. in days to come. So you were asking me what I think about the possibility of that protest, right? Of the protest that may come, right, Ola?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm asking you.
I had to
I
refresh
thought you
the
wanted to.
screen. You were
Yeah,
saying?
you wanted to know my take on the possibility of that looming protest in Nigeria, right?
Yes, I wanted to get your thoughts in this segment about the protest and what is the link. Are they linked together by any chance? But I've been seeing a lot of conversation around the protest on social media.
Yes, the deal is that I hope this time around they won't turn the guns. These are, these are people who have this instinct to want to kill for every little question. You will look at one of them, one of the elites in the National Assembly, Senator Ali Ndume. Yes, Ali Ndume at some point tried to play ethnic card when he was saying that Tinubu was sidelining northern interest in political appointments and all that, that there will be political consequences for him. I called him out then. But the other one that he's talking about now, saying Tinubu has been taken out of circulation and kept as a trophy by a certain cabal in the in the presidential at the state house, where that they don't have access to him anymore. Who else should have raised an alarm about that? So for them to have even come after one of their own like this, don't underestimate what they can do. I hope their head will reset this time around, and that they won't turn the guns on agitated Nigerians who would want to protest. It is our right. It is the right of Nigerians to protest. It is constitutionally guaranteed. And I wonder why nobody, because Buhari is out of power now. Whoever advised him then to turn the guns on protesters at Lekki toll gate is no longer in power. So they don't have immunity. I do not know why civil society groups, concerned individuals are not suing Buhari for murder. Let's see the possibility of him going down and getting hanged for killing our children who, while being wrapped with national flag, have to be mauled down by disgraceful soldiers, policemen, who were, the citizens merely asked for a better deal. Then the response was to turn the guns on them. I think somebody must be held accountable. So that's it. They should be prepared that Nigerians simply want a better life. Nobody is wishing them evil. And so the response this time around should not be to open gun, to waste payers bullets on them and kill Nigerian citizens. That is the no-no. Everybody's got to be level-headed and reasonable this time around. And nobody too should push for brigandage in the name of protest. Protests ought to be peaceful. Protests should be peaceful. Nobody should be looting. Nobody should be wreaking all kinds of mayhem in the names of demand for better deal. But concerning what the labor movement secured and how they went to town with glee, I don't see any justice in this. Convert 70,000 and it's been done. $44. That is what an average. That is what an average janitorial individual will make in 2 hours in America. So how can you celebrate nonsense and say that you have secured victory for Nigerian workers? These people they have a way of making us laugh. Very ludicrous.
All right, thank you so much for that. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we do go live. We do have another story. Yep, we'll be back in about 20 seconds. All right, let's watch this video and we'll come back and talk about it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Good one.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Can we just give it up again for my husband? It is so good to hear our president's voice. Joe, I know you're still on the call, and we've been talking every day. You guys heard it from Doug's voice. We love Joe and Jill. We really do. They truly are like family to us. And we do. Everybody here does.
It's mutual.
I knew you were still there. You're not going anywhere, Joe.
I'm watching you, kid. I'm watching you, kid. I love you.
I love you, Joe. Oh.
You see the way leadership is being humanized? Hola.
I'm listening.
So, Joe, I'm going to recognize some of the electeds who are here, and then I'm going to get back to
see.
you. Hold on a
All
second.
right, so we're not
so
going to
let
get
me-
through all of it. You know, we just know that, obviously you're excited about this news, but it's kind of like bittersweet for you, right? You,
It is. Yes, it is.
You didn't really like that they are putting
Yes,
Joe to
but,
sleep.
yes, but you know my consolation. I never
to me.
enjoyed the absence, in spite of being in office, the absence of Buhari in those days because of his age advance. Of course, you don't even know the true age of people like Buhari. Yeah, where he was there, he was never there. So, and I do not wish that it will happen like that to us in America. Whichever way you look at it, if Joe Biden is kept on the ticket, as the head of the ticket, it will be history because of his age. And now that it's not there, and the successor to his legacy, who would now be the nominee on this ticket as the baton has passed? Miss Harris, honestly, it's also going to be momentous. It will be historic. Not just because of being an African American, a woman of color. Also, you know that our heritage extends to Southern Asia, apart from the Jamaican root, and then the what we have become as a country of immigrants in the United States, and then ultimately as a woman, the first woman to be elected a vice president in the United States. Another moment in history beckons that this woman may ultimately be the nemesis of Donald Trump. Did you listen to her speech today? The way she was laying it as an accomplished prosecutor. This this lady is coming to prosecute Donald Trump. She's going to contend Donald Trump. All those portrayals, the way Donald Trump loves to ridicule people, to get sexist. The game is changing. Look at the number, the number in terms of campaign.
I mean,
funds
in 24
that
hours, she
rolled in.
raised $81 million.
$81 million in 24 hours. That is unbeatable. It is unequaled. Ain't got no class. And Donald Trump is in trouble. I can't wait for the end to all this. I'm so excited, not just as a political junk. I want to see the reaction of corporate media to all this, because they were selling us the death pill on the glamorization of criminality. The way they made it look. A honest man faltered because of common cold, and now he's dealing with COVID infection. And then they said, oh, the assassination attempt now gives Donald Trump a pass. So all the crimes are wiped off. But these are people, you offend them a little, they will never forgive you. All of a sudden, they want us to gulp down the Paternoster, the Lord's Prayer, and then we forgive him. Yes, we will forgive, but we will not forget. And I'm excited about the way this campaign will run. And you know, you better be reasonable as a man when you want to take on the woman. So let's see how the utensils and what have you will fly in the kitchen. But
Let me read.
Beyond a kitchen deal. This is somebody that is going to really drag Donald Trump. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, let me read. Somebody, Marriott. Shout out to Marriott. Marriott says Kamala wasn't raised South Asian anymore. She is blackity black now.
Wait, why is somebody calling her Kamala? You see, it is the reductionist extreme right. Is Kamala a name? It's Kamala. That is what Donald Trump has
What is it? Kamala?
Yeah, did you hear what that person pronounced?
Is it Kamala or Kamala? It's Kamala. With the L, right?
Yeah, but they want to demarcate her by messing with her name.
Okay, but her name is Kamala Harris, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so she said Kamala wasn't raised South Asian anymore. She's blackity black now.
Is this individual going to deny the fact that she also has Jamaican heritage? Where is he going to pocket that? Where is he going to touch that Jamaican DNA?
Okay, all right. So she's black. She said. She also says, "Married has violence." Mara says, "Kamala, if she wins, I eat my hat." Almost. What does that mean? You can help me with that. What does that mean?
I don't know if this individual, if this Marriott is a man or woman.
She's a woman.
Well, she doesn't need to just hit her heart. She should also hit her kidney.
What does that mean? To hit her heart?
What she said is that I do not know. She holds us an explanation on that. But what I'm saying is that she should not even stop at hitting her heart. She should hit her kidney, hit her lung, hit her intestine. All of us are going to stay here and enjoy the presidency that will come.
But she has one more question. She said, "Who will she choose as a running mate?"
Whoever she wants. That is
do we have anybody that's potential at this point in time? Because we already know she's getting endorsed by everybody except Obama.
Everybody
right now. Obama is the only one that has not endorsed her yet.
But don't also think that Obama will not endorse her.
No, but that speaks volume. The fact that he will not endorse her right away, like everybody else, especially Obama.
We do not know. The point I'm making is did you notice the choice of running mate for Donald Trump? Nobody suddenly got transformed. And this is an individual that was completely in opposition to the personality and identity of Donald Trump. All of a sudden, he started kissing the imperial presidency ring and then worshipping at the altar of Trumpism. So if it is not wrong, in the case of Republicans to pick a nobody and suddenly making consequential, whoever Harris bring on the ticket, it should also be marketable and acceptable to the generality of all. That is the point I'm making.
So there's no speculation from the Democratic camp of
the truth of the matter is that you and I should exercise some caution at this point and wait for the right choice to be announced to us. Because to speculate, it means that we are being set up for that goofy thing. You know, why must we speculate about that? All I see here now is that Donald Trump is as good as being edged out. Because
Donald Trump predicted this a few days ago that Joe is gone. It's going to be Kamala Harris, and he thinks it's going to be easy cake.
He did not do
Easy
any,
peasy
but
cake.
it wasn't. It was never a prophetic spectacle because it loves to be seen as somebody who is clairvoyant, who is prophetic. It's not. It's the obvious thing, and he said it out of panic. He does not
Okay.
even know what to run to now, other than to start this game of trying to demarcate the vice president. Whatever happens, I know Donald Trump is in trouble. His campaign is in kind of confused situation now. You know.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited.
He had his moment. He had his moment.
Yeah.
I mean, he enjoyed that moment. He will solve a bit because the kind of money that is not seen, whether as a so-called businessman or as a presidential hopeful, the kind of money I've never seen when he was propped up and seen as like a front runner, the front runner. He was really lapping up that moment. Now, what is he going to do? Like his Okamania, Okogan hags at his what is he going? What was he going to do?
Okay, so
That's the question.
I'm excited. Are you excited? You're excited about this new direction. Okay, now let me ask you a question. That means that almost means that you were kind of like with Pajo, that maybe he was going to be able to make it. That means you were kind of on the fence about that too.
I didn't like the idea of him being treated the way he was treated. But let me also tell you that he is an authentic American hero. He's an honest man, and he has done what we have. I mean, we have always hoped for concerning leaders in Africa. Look at Papa, the one in Cameroon, the one that has been in Cameroon as a president forever. I don't think he has a memory of anything anymore. It's there.
Okay.
But
this is America, though.
What we're saying is that this is a teachable moment. There is something for African leaders to learn.
Okay.
That's what you mean. Remember the song made popular by Pirates Confraternity? Baba know well. Emiloko, and all that. Baba will know well. And they shake like they shake. And it's still saying Emiloko. So instead of what's his name? Joe Biden to hang in there, push everybody into anguish, and then jeopardize the interests of America. He said, no, let us elevate the system. This is not about us. And this is where...
Let's go ahead and move on to the next level.
This is where you must compare between him and Donald Trump. For the third time, Donald Trump is running. He was a huge failure in his first term, but look at the way he's putting a spin on it as if, oh, that was the government that ended all evil across the globe. Look at the way he's been spinning it. Good salesman, but bad reality. So, what we're saying is that Joe Biden has given enormous sacrifice. What a good way, to end a glorious presidency and allowing the baton to pass to the generation after him.
I want to get your thoughts on this. Sorry.
Yes.
Marriott continues to say she needs a white man, 99% white, who is moderate them. No ultra left mess. They will get decimated. What are your thoughts on that?
I do not know what she means. I mean, ultra right man. Talking of a racial
ultra left. No ultra left mess.
I do not know what,
a moderate dem. A moderate democratic.
Maybe a moderate, yes. I may agree with that. Maybe white, yes, because whether we like it or not, this is a country for all of us. I agree with that. But to now want us to go for, I love the idea, the suggestion of a moderate white. Yes, I love
Okay.
that, because we all must be at the table of brotherhood, negotiate, and work towards what makes us the best place or the best country in the entire world. I agree with that.
Okay. All right. All right. Me, I'm just watching. I think I'm excited. This is gonna be exciting.
I'm also watching. But yes, I mean, President Joe Biden has made my day.
Yeah, I think they made it more interesting to watch,
Yeah.
and we don't have to choose
And
between
look
one
at
evil and less
look
evil
at
again.
he
We
got
can
the
actually
master
choose
stroke.
clearly now.
Yes, he got the master stroke there. He got the master stroke there. While everybody was thinking, oh, let us humiliate him and all that, he pulled it on them. He is still the winner ultimately in the entire game plan.
He's a winner. I agree with
Shall
that.
we tell the president?
I
I'm
agree.
just borrowing a title from Lord Jeffrey Archer, the famous British lawmaker and famous author.
So let me ask you a final question, sir. Is Kamala Harris 47? We should wait and see, right?
Yeah, the answer is blowing in the wind.
Okay, all right. All right, I think we're just, I'm excited to see what, I'm excited
too.
for her. 82.
Me too.
I saw on my YouTube today, I saw at least 10 to 15 ads of Kamala already on YouTube ads saying, hey, don't vote for sleepy Trump. I don't know. She didn't say exactly that, but she said it's actually still in front of me. The headline says there's so much at stake. Let's win this.
Yes.
Harris for president. It's still in front of me. I just noticed, and
Yeah.
she's asking to pitch in, and she already got $81 million. So they're hitting the ground running. I can see.
And by the way, some of that $81 million will also find its way to what we are doing. People in our community do respond. See, there is no place for bystanders. When you are witnessing history and you are not joining in making it happen, you are either a sellout, a sneak, or
Wait, how much has Trump raised so far? Let's get some of that too.
well, you can give us that figure. But the truth of the matter is that now that is that is going to slow down, and shame on individuals like this is a tech guy, the one from South Africa.
You know what would be interesting?
Human condition, yes.
To get Shola here to come and have this conversation with us for the rest of the time that we're waiting for, until we have how many more months now? Just a few more months. Jesus. It's so close by. We're in August almost. It's already so close. It will be interesting to get Shola here to come and contribute his own quota to this conversation. Because I think he has an interesting take on what he thinks is going on with America.
Yeah, of course. You know, Shola is a great debater, and I would want his take on the entire thing. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. So the $81 million in 24 hours, I think that's huge. I think a lot of people were kind of waiting for, for a lot to happen. I think also Joe Biden got pushed out. In certain respects, I think it's just
I beg to disagree.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean. He got pushed out. Yes, prayer.
That's why I said to a certain extent, because I agree that he's a man of honor. He did the ultimate.
Ultimately, he has given this country a rare service, leadership, sacrifice, and what have you. What I'm telling you is that ultimately, he's acted as the commander-in-chief. He gave it was a matter of choice. If he did not want to go, nobody will push him out. He already got nominated. We will take that for granted. We're just waiting for the ratification. But in this case, because He's a stylish man. Look at the body language. I won't be pushed out, but I hear you all. And then he took that bow. What a honor, what a great way to end it as a leader. And he's still going to be around for another 6 months, by the way. He will still shape the agenda. He will still be campaigning. And then we want to see what Trump would do. Let us wait for his reaction. But I love the way Ms. Harry opened the campaign today.
Let me play this short clip for you.
Prosecuting Donald Trump.
You can see I'm excited. I'm cutting you off, but let me play this small clip for you from Kamala Harris.
You know, as many of you know, before I was elected as vice president, before I was elected as United States Senator, I was the elected Attorney General, as I've mentioned, of California. Before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. In those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
All right, so
yeah,
that's a threat. That's a threat.
It's not a threat. Now
what is it?
You see her prosecuting our case against Donald Trump. The parallels being drawn. This is the woman that is ultimately going to drag Donald Trump. Donald Trump is in trouble. He is in trouble. Like Organ would say, whenever he gets into that WrestleMania spirit, what's Donald Trump gonna do? He is in trouble.
Let me leave with you, sir. I know I said that already, but let me leave you with this one. Since we're like 1 minute over, less than. I see a comment here. This comment says, but she's not black. Can we stop with the narrative, please? Apparently, some people are up to something else.
Yes, that is the evil listing to some people. See, they would bring out that their invention and then try to cut into, and then afford us the opportunity of a DNA composition, which presented like they used to do to Tiger Woods. How much? Yeah, 40% black, 12% white, 90% this and that. That is their own trouble. As far as I'm concerned, this is a minority woman. Number two, are you saying the Jamaican, somebody from Jamaica does not carry African DNA? Don't stand history on his head. That is a disservice to the reality of who we are as human race. Of course, yes, some Southeastern Asian. She is black, pure and simple. What is she saying? So how about those Indians with black color pigmentation? I have seen people from Sri Lanka who look almost like me, who is from Nigeria or Africa. African people were taken everywhere. And we have our population already. We are not begging anybody to be part of us. But just because you want to push certain narrative, you can't tell us who we know, obviously, it's one of us. Don't come and tell us that.
As black or not. Anyway.
Yes, we were taken everywhere.
Nadem Sabi.
Yes, Nadem Sabi. Whatever, whatever floats their boat. Now, that is what is called Nadem Sabi. So
that we don't come as Shalaye tired here.
Yes, we won't Shalaye to anybody. She is one of us. She is a saint. She's our sister, and we're going for her. And whatever she is, at least she's still better than being.
Wait, do we know you are going for her already? I thought we were waiting to figure out how things go, or we just know your past.
I'm an independent. I will vote for any other person other than Donald Trump. I will vote for. I think she has my vote. I don't pretend about it.
You're not going to pretend about that, okay?
No. She's an accomplished policy person. What does Donald Trump have to offer me? Nothing on the plate.
I guess they can say a successful New Yorker businessman.
What success? That is now being indicted as a
Successful shows like
successful command.
Apprentice.
So you are fired. Does that mean that you are a success?
I'm done. I'm done.
If I have a firing squad, I don't know. I don't know the success in that. I do not know the success in that.
He successfully finessed this nation for the whole of his life. How is that one?
Which nation? He did not even finance Queens. I don't know which nation.
No, but I mean, he's running for your White House. That goes a long way.
He's not coming into our White House anymore.
Yeah, and he's already made it one time. So he's just looking to make the second time.
Did he really make it fair and square?
Now we're doing Salaye. He did. He's number 45.
We must interrogate that. Twice impeached.
It's 45. Undeniably number 45 at minimum.
Number 45
at least.
That was twice impeached.
Do you know what it means for someone to be 45 in this country?
I was 45 before too.
Okay, all right. I'm done now. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. All right. Thank you, everybody. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and follow. Let us know what your opinions are. Are you excited about this next few months? Tell us exactly why you are excited in the comment area. Thank you so much. Hopefully, you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye now.
Thank you.